as we said before, yes, the Predator is out, and evidently it is not trash. I mean, I didn't synced it. I know Ty, you synced it, and as far as I know, I have no complaints. Well, there's only I legit have one somewhat of a criticism, but it's really not. It's not like anything that would deter from the overall arc and the enjoyment that one would get from watching this movie. It is just I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I think I might be jumping the gun when I say this, but this movie has the potential to be a classic. This movie has potential to be a classic. Like, all right. So let's go ahead and run down it. All right. So you and I both went with our wives, right?
Yes.
I mean, not together. We don't get down like that, you know what I'm saying? But we went with our.
Oh man, stop it, man. Yeah, we yes, it would. Yes,
tell me don't put that in. Don't put that out.
We wouldn't go to a movie like yo.
Well, yeah.
We would go to a movie. We just haven't. We just haven't.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we definitely we've hung out our all our families and whatnot. Yeah. So that's not I didn't mean it like that.
Much love. Hey Kim. Hey Kim.
Well, to your point, so Kim, my wife, she's not a blurred like us. All right. Now, obviously, we're husbands, and so we can influence our wives' opinions just like they can influence ours. But my wife went with me on a whim, and she had this to say. I tried to get her to tape it, but she wouldn't tape it. But I was like, yo, okay, for those who don't know, here go my wife. I'm gonna go ahead and brag a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I took my little baby girl. This is us in Ireland, hallelujah. And she ain't really into all of the, the Marvel, the Star Wars, all of that other good stuff. That's not really her thing. So we said, let's go see Predator Badlands. And you know what she said to me, homeboy?
Yeah. Yes.
What she say?
You say
yes. I got a feeling your wife said the same thing.
Well, my wife was like, okay. All right.
Oh.
Sure.
Wow. Okay, that's not what I thought.
Yeah, because look, but see, you look, I'm gonna give you when you want to do something that you want to do, and you know that they don't want to do it, then you have to give it to them. You know they'll receive it. So I see my lovely wife night.
Date, yeah.
But dating, you know what I'm saying? She was like, yes.
Let me press pause. Let me interrupt you for a quick second. Let me interrupt you for a quick second, homeboy, because for some reason the mic is breaking up a tiny bit. I'm having some trouble hearing you. So I want you to refresh, do what you gotta do. You can't hear me? You can't hear me. Oh wow. Is it me? Is it me? Did we fall apart? Hello? Hey, comments, chat, what's happening? Can y'all hear us? Because I hear you. But yeah, I lost your sound for some reason. And I don't know if you can still hear me or not. But I would take this opportunity to say what's happening to the chat. Was good. Harmony was good. Linda, Metatron, everybody in there. Gothic, Linda, K Linda. Hold on, who can hear me? You hear me? Okay, yeah, you can hear me. Okay, BM. So this is what I'm hearing, man. We can hear Vince and not Ty. We can hear me, but not Ty. Hey, Lisa's back. What am I putting that on there for? It don't matter. So yeah, man, do me a favor, just real quick, maybe reset, refresh, do whatever it is you got to do, because I don't want to miss a thing.
I'm good to go. No, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I had to. Yeah.
My man. All right, my bad. I don't know what was going on there, but we had to hear what you were saying. So you saying that wifey was basically like, I mean, it was a movie.
In terms of how she liked the movie, is that what you're asking me?
Yeah. I mean, you.
No. Wifey did not come out of the movie saying it was a movie. That's not. That's not at all how. First of all, I've talked about the experiences that the movies provide at this point, right? You have IMAX, you have 3D, you have what they call D-Box, which puts you in a chair that moves around and becomes interactive. And whenever scenes of action or any type of loudness happens, then your seat starts to, do the thing. And sometimes it raises up, raises down, moves left, right, stops, does all kind of stuff. You feel like you're on a ride. You definitely feel like you're on a ride. So I knew that this was probably going to be a movie that we might want to do D-Box with. So we did D-Box. I'm telling you right now, if the movie theater in your area provides D-Box seating, take advantage, especially for this movie. The scenes where they were on the spaceship and there was stuff going on, you feel all that. The fight scenes when he's doing whatever he's doing, you feel all that. It takes your experience to a heightened level. And
Are you talking about this kind of movie theater right here, like where you're completely embedded in it? Is this? Or are you talking about the 4D junk? Like, because when I saw this, I was like, I need this.
Yeah, I've never seen it. First of all, I don't know where that is, but yes, I would. That is a whole. Those tickets look like they're $100 a person. I can tell you right now.
This is the future of movie going, for the record. Like, I want you to think about this. All that wall, all that space. Remember how they integrated like the whole new sound systems when it was we now have DC show, and they started putting like, this is going to be the next thing, in my opinion. Like, the whole entire movie theater is a part of the movie theater instead of just the screen. But let me take a step back, because you were saying something, Bam Bam.
But look, so the experience in itself was delightful. So the movie comes on, action from the start to the motherfucking finish.
No stop.
No stops, no breaks, all action, all not giving a fuck, all that. Listen, it's so crazy, because when we first found out about Predator Badlands was right after we just had saw Killer of Killers. And I remember when we had that conversation about Killer of Killers and how impressed I was with the way that they gave us a storyline for Killer of Killers, and the animation and just everything about it was just great and fantastic. So I said in that moment, if Predator Badlands, keeps that same energy, then I have no doubt in my mind that this movie is going to be fantastic. They did exactly what I thought they would do. Not only did they do what I thought they did, but the momentum is not just from Killer of Killers, right? We realize 150% that Predators is connected to all things Alien. Alien is connected to all things Predator. These two exist in the same universe, and I love the fact of during the movie they do that. They can make that connection immediately, right? Like, we kind of immediately know that there's existing can I call it? I not call it a faction, but I guess you could call it a faction, right?
Because of Wayland, the Wayland crossover, right? With Wayland Industries.
Well, I wasn't gonna say. I didn't know how we were going full spoilers or what are we doing? I don't know.
Look, I don't even know if that's honestly a spoiler at this point. So let's just go ahead and keep it. Well, first of all, don't let me interrupt you. Were you finished your?
Mostly. So just go ahead.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know if this is as much of a spoiler, but I will say we will more than likely get into spoilers. So if you want to, join us a little later, that's fine. But hopefully not. But here's the deal: if you have been following along with us as we've been watching shows like Alien Earth, this ties almost directly into Alien Earth. Now, as to the timeline, I'm uncertain about the timeline and how this, directly correlates to what we just saw with Alien Earth. However, here's what you do know for a fact: it stars a synth. One of the girls, the young lady who was in this, who, by the way, do you know who this young lady is?
Yes, I do. That's Elle Fanning.
Yes, this is Elle Fanning, sister of Dakota Fanning, who we know from Man on Fire with Denzel.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So, this is her little sister, Elle, who we also saw in Ahsoka, if I'm not mistaken, right? Who played the young Jedi, or not Jedi, but whatever you want to call them,
Yeah, she was Jedi in training.
Young. Well, not necessarily a Jedi, because it was, I mean, it was a whole weird thing. So you can, Halloween contest. Yeah, all right. Wow. Okay, we bringing up shit. Yeah, it's true. Hopefully, we'll go give it a like. Yeah, enough of y'all didn't like that. I'm finna remove it. I ain't really like the response we got on it. But so she pulls up, and she is an integral role in this. But the point that I'm trying to make is that it is using the same types of synths that we spent the whole season getting to know. Different in that I think those synths were the firsts of the synths. In this world, we already have a world of synths. In fact, we kind of are embedded with a bunch of synths. You'll learn that as you go in. And these may not be child-based synths, I don't know. But nevertheless, they are the same synths that we see in Alien, the original, with Sigourney Weaver. So they keep.
No, I love it, Sigourney Weaver.
so just for the record, they keep that energy. That's the point that I'm trying to make. My wife said, as soon as the credits came up, oh my God, this is the best action movie I've ever seen. And Kim, you know what I'm saying? Like, she don't really do action movies. So she's like, this may be my favorite movie. I was like,
yo, I'm not even surprised,
like it got you like that. So I'm just saying, resounding. Now, everybody don't feel the same way. I went and I saw that there were some critics of it, and I honestly, I can't understand how you can be so much of a critic of this movie to where you really want to kind of tear it down. I saw some that were saying like, oh, the Predator franchise has nowhere to go, or they're running out of ideas. Now they're making the enemy. It's like, nah, y'all don't get it. They just basically flipped the Alien and the Predator franchise on its whole head, so that now the humans, the synths, all of them are no longer the main characters. There's a whole new world now that we can explore that has all new characters that have nothing to do with humans. We just saw a whole movie in which the main character, kind of like Thanos, was CGI. All right? But there was a real person in that costume. And that's another reason why I think, especially for our Black Nerd podcast, why you guys need to check this movie out, because the one who is underneath that freaking mask is actually my man Demetrius Schuster Kolomatanji, excuse me. My dog is a whole actor underneath that. He's doing his Jar Jar Binks. I want to make sure he gets his flowers, because unlike Dakota, he doesn't have his face frolicking throughout the entire.
Vince, what's going on, man? Is it just me, or is he favor Aaron Pierre like they could be related? Nigga? You think like is it just me? Is it just me, chat?
It's just you.
Or does he? Nah, I think he favors. Like they look like they could be related. Yeah.
No, every light-skinned nigga is not.
Nah, look at in that picture right there, and the picture you showed right after where he was sitting down. Yes, absolutely, he does favor Aaron Pierre, man. I don't know why you don't be
because he's light-skinned. And no, come on, man.
Nah, not because he's light-skinned, because he favors the dude, man. I'm light-skinned. What that mean?
Oh, all right. Let me fuck you.
I'm gonna look like Aaron Pierre.
No, you don't. I'm gonna fuck you. All right, I'm gonna fuck your head up. I'm gonna fuck your head up. Okay. All right, I'm gonna fuck your head up with this one. All right. All right. Tell me if you still feel the same way after this.
What? Yes, he still has the same face. What do you what? Because he has long hair. And are we doing that, Vince? Are you doing that? It's the same face.
No. Okay.
It's the same face, my dude.
Because he got a rectangle face and he light skinned. All right, whatever, man. I'm not. Man. All right, maybe they resemble each other a little bit, but I wouldn't go as far as being like, oh, they look so much alike.
You're what you're doing is what you do, which is you go and find pictures that don't resemble the guy at all, and then you sit there and look.
How you don't resemble the guy?
Bro, time out. No. I said the guy looked like Aaron Pierre based off the pictures you put up. Then Correct. What you do is you go and you say, "Oh, he doesn't look like him. Look at this." This is what you do, Vince. Like the pictures you showed in the very first three pictures, he looks like Aaron Pierre in those pictures. But then you bring up pictures where he's got long hair and he's doing it. Like that's crazy. How is that
crazy?
Yo, hey, man, whatever works for you, brother. Whatever works.
I'm not trying to work nothing. I'm just saying, like, before we take one picture and be like, yo, heck yeah, man. Oh boy.
You showed three. You showed three pictures. Let's take a couple
other. Let's just use a couple other examples. That's all I'm saying. Like before we take one shot. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say he was Aaron Pierre. I said the dude favored Aaron Pierre in those pictures. That's exactly what I said, man. You get on my nerves.
Right, whatever, man. Whatever, man. You have it your way, man. It's your world, Ty. All right, whatever. Anyway, Gothic, don't encourage this, man. Come on, calm down, Miss Chica. Puede hacer mejor. Lo siento, por favor. Come on, Harmony. No, he looked like that dude from movie 17 again. I know you ain't talking about the smart guy. Don't be late, Fernando. You on timeout, man. I'm putting you to the back of the bus for the day. I'm driving, but the long hair ones look like Anthony Ramos a little bit. Oh, so he's Anthony Ramos now. See, every light skinned dude look like somebody. God damn. I'm just playing. What's going on, y'all? Hey, welcome to the Twitch. Hey, what's up, Twitch? Twitch is popping today. What's up, Abigail? What's up, new folks? So I say that just to say, and me and Kyle, we kid around with him, looking like Aaron. Even though I'm gonna admit, all right, maybe there's a little bit of resemblance, tiny bit, and these are both British dudes. Who knows? They might be cousins or something, deep down. But the reason I wanted to bring this dude up is because here on this show, we want him to get his flowers. I don't know if he's, and also another thing, Ty, I don't know this dude enough to know what he identifies as. So I'm going to be watching very closely to his interviews to see what he comes out and says, because he might be like, look, I'm not black. He might, kind of like Roddy Green, like, look, I'm not black. I'm Puerto Rican, or I'm Indian.
Oh man, what is his last name? You said it was pretty long. Sounded very much African.
Cola. I don't know if that sounds a little. It actually sounds kind of Filipino. I'm gonna put it on the screen for y'all. Y'all
say it. Say it.
Oh, that's the wrong.
Yeah. Be right back.
I got time in the bathroom drawer ready just in case, man. You never know how it go down. But so this is what his name is, and somebody tell me what. I don't know what.
Okay. So that the way that looks more like
looks like Filipino or something.
Like, no, it looks more like Cheeks of War. Cheeks of War, like no. Like
you're
like
right.
that.
You're right.
Like,
I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you.
The Koloa for me is the Koloa, which gives me kind of like that might be his background.
Yeah, Bontaloda. Look, this is him, and I think his sister. So, like I said, just want you to just keep these things in mind. You know what I'm saying?
He looked like he might have been in Cheeks of War. He might have been one of the background dudes in Cheeks of War, bro.
You don't recognize the face, but if he took the bottom half off, the cheeks. All right, I started. Boys who read archive. Oh, that's funny. Achieve. Yeah, man. So I'm not trying to take away from whatever he is, but I'm not getting like what is being defined from a racial standpoint as like I don't know. It's a little ambiguous, but never mind. At the end of the day, he's a man of color who I don't know his identity yet, what he identifies as, but he is the one underneath this mask, which is the biggest thing that I wanted to kind of take away from it. It's not. And I just want him to get a little bit of flour. Now, again, I don't know what's going to happen. I might be sitting there bigging this dude up, and he'll come out. And the first thing he'll be like, just want to say is all lives matter. All right, all lives matter. I've been like, oh man, I just spent like 10 minutes trying to get people on your side. But yeah, man, I think at least it's going to be interesting learning about this dude, who he is, what he's done. What is in his future in terms of more projects in which he can actually see his face, kind of the same way that Wesley Kimmel You know, he was just a little boy in the Mandalorian with the mask on, and then in season 2 they gave him some scenes where he could actually speak, and so I got a feeling that this dude. But here's the sad part: he can be replaced easily because the dude under the mask is basically a stunt guy, right? Essentially, is a stunt guy. He has no lines. He's not that speaking. So I just want to see what he's about. But here, just a real quick article I wanted to kind of just read for y'all briefly, not the whole thing because it's a little long.
Okay.
As we get a little further into the Badlands and what happened yesterday, and we're really eager to hear from you guys in the chat as to what you thought about it. For those who did see it, if you didn't see it, if you're looking forward to it, what you may not be wanting to see it for. But let me just read this to you real quick. This is an article by a man named Adam B. in Variety, and it's titled "How the Predator Badlands star Dimitri Schuster Kolamatanji became the first Predator to be a hero." All right, just a real quick. I will not take too long. I promise you, I will not. I get real bored with these things as well, so I'm not going to sit here and just read this to you to death. But just give me just a moment. Don't leave. When Dimitri Schuster Kolamatanji first auditioned for Predator Badlands, he didn't know he was trying out to play the first of the titular aliens to be the hero instead of a villain in the 38-year-old franchise. In fact, he didn't know he was auditioning for a Predator film at all. He wasn't even provided with any written lines. All it said was a creature. Schuster Kolamatanji says the little character brief just said it's up to your interpretation. The 24-year-old actor has tried to rely on his own imagination as a kid in Auckland, New Zealand. See, this nigga from New Zealand, bro.
That's
interesting. I'm not done with the article, but I just thought I'd point that out. I don't know how many. So this might be their black over there, and I say that with all due respect. I know that in Australia, Aborigines are considered the black folks of the land. They're different definitions. So I don't want to sit here and paint him in a corner he doesn't want to be in. But at the same time, he's a person of color, whether he likes it or not. So I'll just throw that out there real quick. Let me get this last little part of the article.
That's just his nationality, by the way, too. It's like that's not in any way determine his ethnicity. But go ahead.
100% correct. Good observation, Fam Bam. So the 24-year-old actor has relied on his own imagination. All right. Like I said, as a kid in Auckland, New Zealand, he relished going to his local cinema and drank in movies. Cinema and drank? What? Oh, drinking. Okay, I hope he wasn't as a kid going to drink in the movie theater as often as he could, but as the child of a Tongan father and Samoan mother. We got it.
There we go.
We got it.
Yeah,
we got it. We got it. Okay, so what is Tongan?
Must be an island. An island. I'm somebody in the chat. I would assume it's an island over there.
I feel like an idiot for not knowing what that is, but let me Google real quick. Tongan they're New England. They're New Zealanders.
New Zealanders.
All right.
Okay.
Tongan people are a Polynesian ethnic group native to the islands of Tonga, who migrated to Melanesia over 3,000 years ago. Good Lord.
Hey, we be smart, bro. We be low-key smart over here, dog. We just be guessing. We be just throwing it out there. It be hitting all the time, man. I love it. I love it, bro.
They are primarily Polynesian with a strong culture tie to the Pacific Islanders. Also, most identify as Christian. Today, Tongans live in Tonga, but significant populations also live abroad, particularly in New Zealand, United States, and Australia due to overseas migration and economic conditions. So that's what is the background of our new Predator. Last things I'll say real quick. He says, I grew up, but as the child of a Tongan father and a Samoan mother, he says, I grew up not really seeing too many Polynesians on screen. I didn't think it was possible, to be honest, to have a brown face on screen, especially from my end of the world. Instead, as part of a family of athletes, Schuster Kolamatanji saw rugby as a possible career path. Growing up, it's either rugby or go to university. Get 9 to 5. He says, acting was never something I even thought possible. Last paragraph, I promise. Even so, he found himself drawn to performing in middle school. He started his own YouTube channel, which we got to dig up until it was taken. Well, all right, guess we can't until it was taken down for copyright infringement, which he didn't know at the time.
man.
All right, well, that sucks. But he says in high school, he acted in school plays, took media suites, studies course final year where he met 2 Tongan filmmakers and peppered them with questions. A few months later, they called him to audition for a small role in New Zealand miniseries about a Kiwi rugby player, and he nailed it. All right, so there's a lot more in this article. Once again, you can find this article in Variety. It's titled how the Predator Badlands star Demetrius Schuster Kolamatanji became the first Predator to be a hero. And it kind of gives us a little bit of background. I should have read that before, but as you can tell, I was learning that as I was reading. I skimmed it a little bit before we brought it up here, but we now know, like, my man, he is not only is he Samoan, which I think that I don't know how much. I'm still a little confused about my dog Lobo, Jason Momoa. He's Samoan, but he's Hawaiian. Yeah. Like, I guess he's a Samoan Hawaiian.
I mean, because you do realize that these are just islands, right? So Samoa is an island, Hawaii is an island. So when someone says they're Hawaiian and they're Samoan, that means that one of their parents, derived from Hawaii, the other from Samoa. So it's not really
okay.
Yeah, it's not really like a big deal.
All right, okay, all right. Fair enough. That's a good point. Okay, so I was just saying, because there's a possibility once you see a dude have this kind of success, Jason Momoa likes to pick people off the street to be in his movies and his projects. So I'm just saying, like, it might be real. We might see him in season 2 of Cheeks of War, like you were saying, for real. For sure. But yeah, all right. So let's get into it a little bit about with regard to what the movie brought that made us so into it. Now, again, everybody didn't love it, but as of right now, on Rotten Tomatoes, which our homeboy Ant is a critic on Rotten Tomatoes, we're getting close to anything over 90%. I think is good, right? Especially when you can get the critics in the 80s.
It's great. Anything over 90%, and anytime you got the critics up over 80%, you're doing very, very good. Because most of the time, like if you look at a lot of the Marvel movies, they're right at 80% or under. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when it comes to the critic, and the audience is usually a little bit higher, but this one at 96%, critics at 85%, I would say the haters are hating. That's what I would say at that point. Like when you start seeing those type of numbers, it's just like somebody came on and was like, "Oh, everybody likes it. I'm gonna not like it." Like that's just what some people are on, some type of energy.
Seriously.
This movie definitely, because you were talking about Kim and her reaction, right? And Amy's reaction was just the same. She literally came out of there and said the same thing Kim said. That is the best action movie I've seen in a long time. She was like, I'm thoroughly impressed. And again, this is coming from somebody who was not really like, into the stuff we're into all the time. You know what I'm saying? So this was a shot in the dark and I hit the mark. You know what I'm saying? So like the movie hit the mark, you know what I mean? And it gave so many elements that you weren't even expecting. Can we talk about for a second the comedic aspect of it? Like I wasn't expecting a Predator movie like this to have any comedic aspect. I thought that it would be really dark, really action packed, like life on the line, edge of your seats, all the whole movie. This movie found a way to make you laugh and make you smile. And I was like, yo, this is what I needed. This is what I need from the universe, not just the franchise.
The universe.
Right? No. Follow me for a second. Predator is part of the Alien universe. Alien is part of the Predator universe. They're both part of the same universe, right? So we had success with Killer of Killers. We had success, well, I would say success, we have haters about that too, of Alien Earth. And here we are with Predator. And mind you, let me even take a step back. Prey before that had success. So now we're 4 out of 4 for this era. And so what I would love to see is that they continue this success, continue expanding the universe, continue giving us all that they can potentially give us, because we know how the movie ended. So it's opened so many doors for all of these things. And to come out of a movie like that, again, if you have D-Box as an option in your area, use that on this particular movie and thank me later. You know what I'm saying? But this movie was great, man, on all scales. The acting was superb. You know, the like I said, the way that they balanced the comedy, the action, the the suspense, everything was right on time, man. And yo, man, I just can't wait for the next. I hope it doesn't take 3 to 4 years for us to get another property. That's all I'm saying. Because I can't remember all of this stuff. It takes so long for movies to come out these years. I know, man. I know what you're gonna say.
I'd be hard. Well, let me say something that might be considered controversial, but I don't honestly think that it's controversial at all. If you give what we are witnessing right here, I think this is frankly self-explanatory. But if I could, I just want to say real quick, and I want to get a solo shot on this one because I want to go out. Oh, did I do it right? Okay. Marvel, DC, are y'all watching? Because this is how you successfully reboot a franchise. They use all the elements at their disposal, with the exception of the video game world, which I hope we get to see as well. But they came with a completely different take. All right, they didn't give us the same characters we're used to. We got a movie called Prey, in which we had no idea what to expect. And it made us reimagine what this world could look like, right? And then after that, we get Alien Earth, which isn't even based on the aliens. You see what I'm saying? And then they tied. There's also the animated series, right? What was it called again? It was Prey, a Killer of Killers, which was completely nuts. All right, just to hold those on, so you don't have to go and make up a whole new a movie that's not interesting just to keep the franchise up. You can reimagine things. But I think the thing that I took the most away with regard to the rebooting of this project is that they did not think that it was necessary to keep recycling the same formula to get the same results. We've seen Schwarzenegger, we've seen Danny Glover, we've seen baby girl, I love her. What's her name? Blade's mom.
Sanaa Lathan.
Yes, we've seen Sanaa Lathan, who did a phenomenal job in her joint, right? I think. But to kind of veer away from just, hey, aliens, we've discovered. Because I'm gonna keep it real. AVP, I wasn't a big fan of AVP. I thought that was a little gratuitous. Like it wasn't really done that well. It was just like, hey, we can put both of these characters on the same screen and just make minimal script, but people will come and see it. I didn't think that it was so thoughtful, so creative. I thought it was just, I don't want to call it a cash cow. It was worth the exploration. But this completely reimagined it to the point where you have sympathy for the ones that came to Earth to hunt you down in the first place. Come on, man. That's genius. It's fucking genius. And then on top of that, to use the same characters, types, synthetics, that is, in this world with Wayland Industries, is just because now they can start talking about this in Alien Earth. And I would not be completely surprised if we didn't see some sort of series that came about involving a predator. Last thing I will say, and I promise it's the last thing I'll say about this here real quick, and this has to be said. One of the reasons why I believe Predator and Alien is doing so well and is frankly kind of looking like one of the best reboots we've seen in reimagined franchises to date is because they are not being used as a tool to big up their app. All right. There is no pressure for the good people at Warner Brothers, the good people that are heading the Predators and the Alien movies, to make their Disney Plus app successful and therefore pump out a bunch of projects that nobody's really interested in, whether or not they work or not, just for the sake of having something to promote. These projects are thoughtful. They're done in a manner that does not require them to put the weight of your app on their back. They're just done for the sake of making in my opinion, making a very successful, entertaining, interesting, and long-standing franchise. And that's the difference between the Alien and Predator reboots that we're seeing right now and what we have been getting from Marvel over the last I would say over the last decade, which I truly believe was them saying, look, Disney has a whip on our backs. We got to put stuff out. I don't know what it is, but just put it out. This is the difference. When you can actually take your sweet time, think, and put out the most thoughtful content instead of just content, then you end up with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 96% or more on the overwhelming majority of your projects. What do you think, Ty? Does that make sense to you?
I think your theory makes sense. I don't think that necessarily everything you said is true. I think that Disney was put in a position to do and rush things because of the pandemic, which pushed everything back so far that it then made it kind of a struggle to just have to put out the stuff because you were so far behind. So I think they get a little bit of a grace when in terms of how they're catching themselves up at this point. DC was in shambles for a long time, and they just needed a complete facelift, and they got it in the form of James Gunn and Peter Safran. So I think what we've seen ever since that's happened is immediate success for DC. Agreed. So I think that with these franchises, the expectation is not as high.
That part,
and which kind of
that's huge.
You a yes, well, absolutely, because it gives directors, producers, actors, all kind of a very lax space to work. And when you're in a very relaxed space, you do some of your best stuff, if that makes sense. So I think that right now, again, the fact that we've had Prey, we've had Killer of Killers, we've had Alien Earth, and now Predator Badlands, it's all looking like it's time to open up that universe. And that's what I was saying. Like, if Alien Earth has shown you some of these things, and mind you, I wonder if some of the things that we've encountered on Death Planet are now some of the things that are back.
Well, to your point, didn't we see? Wait, Didn't we see?
Yes,
an alien from Alien Earth in there.
I wasn't gonna. But see, I said, I hope. See, how you do. I try to.
I think you just spoil. You the spoil guy. What are you talking about?
You always go all the way in.
You're the spoil guy. I spoil, but you want to spoil. I do it inadvertently, but you do it intentionally. And come on, man. We spoil it. Look, I'm gonna keep on touchdown, man. And I gotta get a better graphic for this. But yeah, come on.
Yes. So you're right. It is most likely we did encounter a species that we have encountered recently on Badlands as well. And I think to that point, it makes it like I'm like, okay, well, what else lurks out there? What else is more formidable? Because now we know that there's a thing called a callus. And a callus is a bad boy. That's a bad boy. You know, it's a bad boy. But it just kind of raises those for me. Like, I'm like, all right, what else is out there? Because I think what made this movie so good is because he was on a planet where there's so many things that could kill a predator, right? We're not talking about a regular human being. We're fragile in the vast universe. We're very fragile. But in terms of this species of alien, that their whole thing is just going around hunting other shit. I want to be the most, the most feared species in all the universe. And anytime I hear there's a bigger batter, I want to pull up and see it. Like that is dope. That is a dope premise when you think about it. Because where's the next bigger batter gonna be? What is that gonna be?
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna sit here and be honest, and let me say this before I forget, because the Instagram is real different from all the others when we do our lives, and I see we got some Instagram viewers. Instagram, please come on over to YouTube. It is a bad neighborhood in Instagram, so come over to YouTube so we can get your comments. I cannot look every time. I got two computers going. When I do like this, I'm looking at the Instagram computer, and then I lose. So I want the Instagram folks to join us on YouTube. We on Facebook too, but that's the bad neighborhood too. Come on over to YouTube where we at. All right. And then we'll be able to have a better conversation with you. And we can also put your comments on the screen if they're clever enough or if we like you enough. But yeah, that everybody over there, me, see all y'all I see over there chatting in the YouTube, I mean in the IG. Come on over to the YouTube so we can meet y'all. We got it's cool, the water's warm. But I haven't seen every single Predator Alien movie to the point where I have them memorized. Like they started to run a little. After Prometheus, they started to kind of like, So with Predator, this was my first time. I don't know if this is everybody's first time, but this is my first time getting an idea as to why the Predators hunt. You understand what I'm saying? Like from what we knew, they just were doing it because they just had to go and I'm just seeking out. But now it's like, no, they got to do it to get into clan. Like this is an initiation. They're Bloods and Crips. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to go and find and here's the part that I also didn't know. They get to pick the wrong prey. Like they don't even get it's not like the clan is like, no, you must go college. Like he could have went and got whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, he couldn't. No, he couldn't. See, that's the thing. If you watched all of the Predator movies, well, which you haven't, you'll know that they only go and get the best of the best. Like the Predator, there was one, I don't remember which Predator movie it was, but they went and got all the best killers from all over, and then they brought them to an island.
Before you finish that, let me just clarify. What I meant by that is that yes, I know that they got to get like the best kill, but it didn't have to be the Calisk, is what I was saying. Like they didn't have to.
And that's
it could have been a different. But the Calisk, from what we understand, was like the big bad. You know what I'm saying? Like is Moby Dick.
Yeah, basically his brother basically said that even father had like kind of, he didn't say fears him, but he's like he does feel like he might need to just leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? Like so that was and then that's when Deck was like, well, all right, well if Pops ain't gonna do it, I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. Right. His brother was like, no, I'm not gonna let you. He's like, it's done, nigga. I'm going.
Oh my god. Can I okay, here's what it's all right, y'all. So all right, real quick, let me just do this because I'm gonna say I'm gonna make a vow to our viewers. I'm gonna Ty, you tell me if this is okay with you. I'm gonna give 15 more minutes max to Predator because I know we still want to talk Witcher. Witcher, you finally watched it, and I think your opinion has shifted ever so slightly. So we'll get into that. And then there's also a couple other things that I wanted to mention, including this torturous welcome to Derry that he got us watching, even though we're not going to talk about the episode yet. I think you've now had a chance to kind of talk about to see some of the episodes. And then there's some other things too. I got a science motherfucker joint that I want to do, but just back to this. Let me ask you, okay, so the part where I think the movie, because like Ty's already said, there is not a moment there are very few moments to breathe in this movie. If you remember Keanu Reeves' Speed, like this is the type of action that where like it starts and it just like the whole way, like you get a couple moments where they have a little conversation or they're by the fire or whatever, but the overwhelming majority of it is violent and is just action. And so, but there's a moment to the beginning, all right, where we see the character whose name is Deck, him, his brother, his father, they all have a moment. And I have never seen a Predator have family, emotions, ties that make them want to have revenge or maybe have some sort of, like essentially, oh man, I'm so torn between spoiling and spoiling because we've already spoiled, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to give away the whole thing, but there was a very integral scene at the very beginning that after that scene, you are locked the fuck in. You're like, oh, that's what this is. And from that moment, you become kind of like a member of the Predator Empath Society. I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, oh, Predator, man, you know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do like that? And that is where I think the tide turns. You know what I'm saying? From it being like a Predator movie where you're like, oh, fuck, these Predators always trying to kill us. They badass, but they're trying to kill us. But it's like, damn, man, why are they doing the ball deck like that? You know what I'm saying? And I think that is going to be because for what we knew, Predators were just some badass motherfuckers who just want to come over and kill us. Now we know that they actually have purposes for coming to hunt their prey. Am I off for that, Ty? Like I just thought that was nuanced.
Nah, because it's not your fault. It's you just haven't seen all the movies. You just haven't seen all the movies. They've gone over this stuff, and they've gone over this stuff in the movies in terms of why the Predators come and to do what they do. Like there are the initiates, the ones that want to try to become part of the clan, like a deck. Who throughout the whole movie is every time you try to put him with the clan, he's like, not yet. I'm not, nah. Like they on another level. I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying? And even going back to the original Predator film, when the Predator came onto the island, and you remember the scenes where there was, I think, one scene where the young lady, she didn't have anything. She didn't have a weapon. She didn't have a weapon or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have a weapon or anything. So the Predator didn't attack her. It only attacked if you had a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of complexities. And even in Predator 2, when Danny Glover finally defeated the Predator, and then all of the elder Predators came out and presented him with the gun. Remember, they presented him with the old school gun because they honor that. That's what they honor. They honor the one who comes out on top, the strongest. It's like that. That is the kind of like, you know, society they live in or whatever, man. Because the clan leader, who was Deck's father, when the certain scene happened and everything like that, there was an expectation there, right? There was an expectation, and so it wasn't like a surprise. Like this was the expectation. So this is where you're gonna go with this, based off of what has happened. So I think, and that held true the entire movie for Deck. That it was his inspiration. The entire movie was not to do this for myself, but I need to prove to others. I need to prove to everyone else, to my brother, to my father, to my clan, to everybody who wrote me off and just was like, I'm the weakest link. You know what I'm saying? And that right there was what made this story so, appealing. Is you're rooting for the underdog at this point. Like, it's not about Predator. It's about this dude, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who's the under? He's the under, achiever of the family, and nobody believes in him. And then one person believes in him, and then that was enough to inspire him to go greatness. It's like that underlying story was enough to make you fall in love with the character.
100%.
My only fear, Vince, is when you have a movie like this where so much is on the line, where you go to a literal planet that's called Death Planet. That's the literal name of the planet. Everything on the planet can kill you, from the grass to the trees to the plants to the wildlife to anything you see potentially could kill you. And I wonder how you raise the stakes after that, bro. Like, Where do you
Oh,
go? Yeah,
you
that's.
saw it.
I mean, I saw something, but I'm just saying that I wonder where's the next adventure, like, and do we root for Deck moving forward and his team? Do we root for them if it's not a situation like it was with this? Because now you got the clout. You are part of the clan. So what do we do now? What do we now go back to hunting humans? Do we go? Do we not? Do you become enemy number one? You know what I'm saying? Do you like? You know what I mean? That's what I'm kind of like wondering what's going on.
Well, can you refresh the viewer's memory as to the plot of Killer of Killers?
The plot of Killer of Killers was again them going out and finding the most formidable foe of the era. So like they went and they found the Viking queen. She had a name. I forgot what her name was, but she was like known for killing people and stuff like that. So they got her. They went into the Japanese era and snatched up a samurai. They went into another era, snatched up what was it, a pilot, I think, a fighter pilot or something like that. But what my point is, they went to try to find formidable foes. They don't want it to be easy, right? They don't want it. They don't want any of it to be easy, right? They want it to be a challenge. Like if they wanted it to just be easy, they just go to Earth all the time and just pick on us because you know what I'm saying? Like, what we gonna do? So it's and I just feel like at this point, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be tough to like one up.
The reason why I asked you that
yeah,
is because I do think that it's noteworthy that we got an animated version of Killer of Killers, right? And they've already established a formidable foe in the young lady in Prey, who, forgive me, I don't remember her name right now, but the young lady in Prey, we just got Deck. But by the way, Deck, they're gonna have a lot of fun with that in the college in the fraternities, man. There's a big Dick in there, man. I'm not gonna see shit about Dick. I mean, all right, I'm being a perv. But yeah, I think that the Deck, the establishment of the young lady in Prey, it's giving us an opportunity to put together a live action Killer of Killers type of movie or project. You see what I'm saying? Where we have these formidable folks who are all brought together. And this is also the thing, Ty. I don't know if I ever would have thought of this concept. It's such a dope concept. But it just gives me, after watching this and watching Alien Earth, it gives me the notion that the folks that are getting the green light, who are coming up with these stories, like they're thinking way outside the box. So I like the fact that we're like, I don't know where they're gonna go with this. You know what I'm saying? Because they really have to like really think real hard as to how they're going to one up this particular project. Because I mean, this was crazy. But I was just saying, I think that Killer of Killers is a model, perhaps, for some sort of project that they could pursue in the event they're looking to continue with this whole model, which has been magnificently violent and magnificently action packed. So that's where I go with it, man.
Well, I mean, they already what you just mentioned is you already established that they did go that route, right? Because Prey was live action, and then in Killer of Killers, at the very end of Killer of Killers, you see the young lady that is from Prey.
That's right.
On ice inside of one of those things. So they've already combined the two. So the animated universe is also a part of the live action universe. So if that is the case, then at any given time with this new Predator of Badlands, they can cross back over into the animated universe and maybe rescue her or whatever the case may be. Bring her back out to the live action. There's so many different ways that they can go. But again, it just, when you have so much on stake with a planet like I said, like Death is called Death Planet, like, and everything like that I don't know. We'll see though. The creative juices are flowing.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple other noteworthy things in this project, and then I guess we'll go ahead and move on so we don't. I guess we're doing a half spoiler. This isn't a full spoiler. We've already said enough, and so you already know a couple things to expect. But here's a few things that I thought that were extremely noteworthy. First of all, and then I'll give my one complaint before we go, because it's a small one, but I think it's a valid one. On this planet where we don't know where anything is, the way that they feed us these new characters, these new threats, is so magnificent because it's not basic. Okay, it'd be real easy to put them in a Sarlacc pit or to put them down where they can have some sort of rancor who's a big bad monster. Roar, everybody's just roar. But that's these the plants are smart. Like the plants are intelligent. You know what I mean? Like, and the dragon, there's a dragon in here, or some sort of, I don't even know if it's a dragon. I don't know what exactly it is. But let me tell you, this motherfucker did not just like this. I don't know if this hit you the same way it hit me, Ty. But when I saw this motherfucker, right, not necessarily just going to eat Deck, going to fight him, but the motherfucker went and he was in like a flower bed of poisonous needles or some shit. And the shit was so smart. It started dropping rocks into the little pit just to activate them so that it can poison them so he can just eat. Yo, that's brilliant. Like when you normally see like a big dragon or a big something, you're like, oh, motherfucker, just come and kill me. And it can fly. But it's like, nah, I'm just gonna go ahead and explode them first. I'm gonna let the planet do the light work. I thought that type of stuff is brilliant. And then also the brilliance, and this is the one thing I won't spoil, the brilliance of the familial ties, all right, between some of the characters that we at first are, brought on that we want to kill, that we end up, having a different outcome for. Because I thought Little Man was just, there's a character in here, very unbecoming character. Funny though, it was the comedic relief to an extent, right? And the way that they went with that character was, I thought, superb. The one complaint I got, Ty, then we can move on if you want. The one complaint that I have about this, and this is a bit spoiled, so I'm gonna go ahead and just let y'all know that this does involve a spoil. But the one complaint that I'm gonna make is, and this isn't really fair, but it is a critique, is that for our android's character or our synthetic, they kind of feed us a storyline that is abandoned very quickly. Let me just put it like that. I don't know if you felt the same way, Ty, but they gave us this whole, ideal that her and some of the other members of the cast, particularly some of the other synths, one in particular, had there was a deeper connection, bond type thing. And then that went out the window real quick. Nah, don't get me wrong. I understand why. But it was just like, damn, like, when you go from, oh, well, I was in the vulture's nest for 3 days and all I could think of was when I could get back to you're not my, it's like, that was kind of quick. But they are synthetics. So
yeah, and yeah. Listen, y'all should go and watch this movie. It's great. And I'm gonna stop talking about it because me and Vince are just gonna spoil it. We're basically gonna tell you exactly word for word whatever happened in the movie. So at this point, we're gonna give it our 2 thumbs up. We're gonna let you know that this movie is definitely a go watch, a 100%. Good watch. I think we should move along, man, expeditiously.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, so you think that they could bring back Danny as Donald Glover?
Yeah.
He comes up and he pulls up his Lando Calrissian and we're like, yo, who is that? Oh, it's Donald Glover.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So this is honestly, I'm surprised at you. You're Mr. Man, fuck all that. Everybody else be talking about it.
Well, okay. Number one, this, like, yes, the people do talk about it, and we did talk about a lot of it. What I don't want to do is talk about the entire movie to the point where a person who wants to go see it tonight or wants to go see it tomorrow is like waiting for the scenes now that we're talking about because we've talked about them. And I want you to go and have a genuine experience with this one in particular. Now, there are some movies that I don't mind spoiling because it's not that great, but this one is a great movie. It is definitely action from front to back, and with this formula, I just can't see nothing but success. And you were right to call out DC and Marvel to make them aware that there are other universe building properties that they should watch out for because it used to just be y'all competing with each other. But no, sir, there are property. This property, the Predator, the Alien properties, and all of the things that encompasses. Not to mention the Godzilla world building that they're doing over. There are properties that are coming for y'all. So if y'all keep on worrying about each other and not putting forth that effort, you might wake up one day and find out that you're no longer the leader.